friends and neighbors. I'm a Brit in progress. Welcome to the UK. Oh, that's good. A lot of people ask me if I feel welcome in the UK. And the answer is largely yes, I do. But it's not because of what you might think, it's because I'm horribly antisocial. So I don't really interact with a whole lot of new people. And most of the people that I've been thus far interacting with in the first year that I have been here have been my wife's family. And they're wonderful. The other groups of people that I've mostly been interacting with have also been Helen's friends that kind of adopted me as a friend in a lot of ways. And they're all great people and have made me feel extraordinarily welcome here. The general public is mostly positive, actually. I was expecting the reputation of America to greatly color the way that people interacted with me, but I've only had a couple, 2, 3 spotty little issues, really, with people in the general public because I was American. There have been some issues that I've created myself, but nothing entirely too bad, and only a couple of times has someone been like, oh, hey, dumb American. So it's been overwhelmingly positive, I think. The one place where I feel like it hasn't been the most positive has been at work. So, cards on the table. I'm a chef. I have been in the food industry in the United States for 11 years, and I've worked in many different levels of the hospitality industry and in many different roles in the hospitality industry. I'm a well-seasoned kitchen veteran, and I'm fairly competent with that job. But coming over here, I don't know why it is, but it seemed that a lot of the people, not all, because some of you watching are former coworkers of mine, but some have really been like, American chef. And kind of laughed it a bit, and I think that that's because of the perception that American food and American food culture is very, how shall we say, bad. Which is largely not the case. I digress, though. That's a whole other concept. I have felt that a lot of the work environments, I've been in 2 work environments, have had varying levels of hostility towards me, or not. Maybe hostility is not the right word. Maybe more of doubting of my abilities, which I think in a lot of cases was entirely or mostly motivated by the fact that I was American, which just really sucks. It's really awful to be in the industry and, claw your way up from the low rungs to having a very diverse skill set to, coming here and having people just kind of scoff at you because of your nationality, which it really hurt my feelings. That said, not all the people that I work with have been like that, and to a degree, I have had to relearn a bunch of things, because the way that they do things over here is much more in keeping with the French traditions of cooking, which makes sense. France is like over there. So there have been some things I've had to relearn, and it made me a little slow in the beginning. Just trying to reach back in the depths of my memory to culinary school. I did go to culinary school, by the way. I was in the Le Cordon Bleu International program, and I have mixed feelings about that. But with that as a foundation and the rest of my career, I have a really good, I have strong knowledge and skills that speak for themselves, really. And I've just had to just fight my way through just trying to get accepted here in that environment, and it's kind of frustrating. But, you know, what can you do? You move to a new country, you rolls the dice, you get what you get. But that's the only place that I feel like I haven't been the most accepted. Which, you know, is kind of a win, really, all things considered. There are some peripheral things that don't really have to do with people or anything and being accepted. It's just some things that I've learned that are a lot more difficult for me because I'm an American here. And I'm thinking about doing a series of videos that I'm going to call something along the lines of things no one tells you about moving to another country. Or something to that general effect, where I talk about things that no one tells you when you move to another country. Like, for example, you can't, because of America's tax reporting laws, it's hard to invest in things here. In terms of like the stock market and taking advantage of the UK's tax-free stock-based savings accounts. Tax-free stock-based savings accounts. Because of American tax reporting, and I'd have to pay taxes on that in America, and it gets really weird the way that it works. So, just stuff like that. So let me know if that's interesting to anyone. You might want to see if things that no one tells you about moving to another country. Or at least things that no one tells you about moving to the UK. I also just managed to pay my taxes. Thank God the tax filing deadline in the U.S. was moved, because that saved me by a lot. So yeah, I do feel very accepted here, and all of the experiences. I do feel accepted here for the most part, and all of the experiences that I have with people have been overwhelmingly positive, with only one or two little incidents. So I quite like it here. Yeah, so I apologize for the videos being a little light this week. And for there not being a food video today. I just haven't really felt up to it. I've been increasingly worried about my friends and my family with the situations going on in the United States. Which I may or may not do a video about, I'm not sure yet. But I do want to say that I believe in the fight, and if I were there, I would be out in the streets with everybody else, doing my best, and trying to do what I can to make a difference. Black Lives Matter. Yeah. I am going to be doing a video about a protest that I'm going to be going to in Manchester over the weekend. That'll probably be next Monday's video. And we'll see how the UK feels about what's going on in the United States. I'm going to try to talk to a couple of police officers here and see what they think about the situation over there, and try to get another country's police's thoughts on this. So, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and for my friends in the United States, stay safe, and I love you guys. Have a good night.